now it's time to bring up our second act. And you know how like whenever you're kind of dating someone and you're just not kind of feeling it, and you're like, yeah, I gotta break up with you, but it's not you, it's me. You know what that's like? That's who's coming up next right now. Brenda with It's Not You, It's Me.
I know how I feel about sweater.
Could you please stand up for a second? Either of you. Okay, can you look at this? Okay, sit back down. Can one of you over here? Okay, when the lights come up. It's not at a dog park. That's the thing. It's not at a dog park. It's like a dog emporium. There's like slides, and then there's a store, and then there's objects where you can pick them up and you can play with dogs, and then the dogs can play with other dogs. But it's not a park. It's like an experience for the dogs. There's like smells for them beyond other dog smells. We put mint. And then we put cantaloupes that they can dig up. They're always digging. People love to see the dogs digging because they never get to do it. Okay? It's an experience. And I have to do this. And I have to do this because if I don't do this, then it's just a park. And nobody likes parks anymore. They don't. It's 100 degrees. There's a splash area that's just filled with filthy dogs that splatter all over you all the time. And if I have to because mine doesn't just put water. No, it has little liquids in there, and once the liquids come out, it makes them smell like rosemary, but not too strong, because if it's too strong, it starts to smell a lot like Christmas, and I don't want that. So that's why I want the loan. It's just $250,000. Nothing. That's nothing. That's just for the tubing and the pipes and the energy fields that we're gonna have for them. I know they're not invented yet, but what I plan on having there until they are invented are just really positive people who look at dogs. It's really nice, and it gives something back to the community. Okay. When I met Cassandra, all I could see was dog hair. All I could see were tufts of fur flying off of her, and when she spoke, she had a manic look on her face, and when she said the word dog, she almost said dog, not because she was from Boston or that she had some sort of particular Jewish heritage. She was just that excited to say dog. And I couldn't get her out of my head. I would wake up and I would walk by and I would think, when was the last time I went to a park? And I couldn't remember. And I would think, when was the last time I really played with a dog? When was the last time I looked at one? And I couldn't remember. And yeah, I turned her down for the loan, and yeah, she keyed my car, but there was something there, something happening, and I had to look at her again. So I may have gone through the computer files and looked up her address and kind of adjusted her credit score a little bit, but she seemed like she meant well. And there's not a lot of people who meant well. And I needed something that meant well, even if that something wasn't exactly me. Okay, well, thanks for calling me. Is this about the loan? Are you giving me the loan? Okay, that's great. Okay, so here's what I have in mind. Now, I know I said 250,000, but I'm just gonna go for the gold. I'm gonna go 350,000 because I have in mind, now picture this, a dog coaster. It's fluffy, you hold them, and when they get scared, they lick your face. It's so cute. What? Oh, you want to go for a walk? Okay. Well, I do need to take out Princess, Prince, Bethelda, Harrisburg, Norway, Washington, Mr. Pitsings, and Samson the Third. He's my favorite. So off we went. Us and a barrage of dogs. And they were cute. And they licked my face. And we went to a park. I haven't gone to a park before. And she told me all about her dreams. She told me about the time that her dog saved her life. Ish. I mean, granted, the dog ran in front of the car and the airbag deployed, and that's what saved her life. But the dog did jump into the window and lick her face and make her feel better. So granted, it wasn't exactly life-saving, but I wasn't exactly there to give her a loan. So there's something that we all confused a bit. So this was a good idea, because when she walked with all the dogs, people would stop and they would smile and they would grab the little dogs and kiss their little faces and squish their little faces and run their hands all over and tuff them and just squeeze them, hold them up and go, I love your dogs. And she's like, you love my dogs? And they did. And she did. And I did. And I did. So you're not giving me the loan? But I mean, that's why we went to the park, so we can renovate it, right? So I can make it a non-profit dog emporium and fantastical wonderland of caninacity. Oh, this was a date? Oh, listen, I wish she told me. I mean, I would have worn something better than, my pooches don't die shirt out of bra on. I thought we were just business, This is my business attire. I think we should go. I think we should go. And as I saw her walk away, covered in a wall of dog buttholes, really. They were all just looking at me while she walked away, very dejected. It was the saddest, cutest thing I ever saw. I just looked at her. I said, okay, I gotta be an adult. I work at a bank. I make $53,000 a year. That's a lot for someone from my income bracket. And I don't need this. I don't need my life to be surrounded by dog. And certainly not a crazy lady who loves life and adorable and has goals and dreams and ambitions and a credit score of 250. I don't need this. I can't whistle. Here, boy.